179 days. That's how long it's been since we last podcasted.
You were counting?
I just looked it up because I found our last video on YouTube.
I think you had a calendar. You looked it
I
up
actually
on the
flipped the calendar days every single day.
Yeah.
You know the whiteboards, it says such and such days since whatever. I've had one of those for our podcast. We can cross that out now, though. Put a big fat 0 because we are back and we are different, and we're changing. We got new locations for some of us. One of us, I guess. We got
one of us.
No Wi-Fi for some of
Hardly
us.
Any Wi-Fi for some
of us.
We got
new partners. We got a new idea. We're kind of not necessarily walking away from sports because we're still going to talk a lot of sports, but we're going to talk about it all nowadays because we think we're more interesting than just sports. So we're kind of coming with a whole new concept of a show.
We know we're more interesting than sports.
Yeah, first things first. Brandon's gone. He moved. So he's in the wild west for a bit.
Yeah. So if my data or my services become a little choppy, if I start sounding like a robot, it is not.
That is why.
A new voice that I'm trying. It's definitely because.
We've honestly been trying to get this done for about a week or two now, but every time we try, the mountains tell Brandon it's not time to record.
That's okay.
So we're running on mountain time. We also have 2 different time zones, which has already been very confusing.
Yes.
So that was fun.
I've never realized how tough it is to, coordinate things.
Yeah, across time zones.
Even 2 hours. Yeah. How different.
Oh. And we're off. Oh. See, this is just a great example.
2 hours is,
This is a great example of how we're going to start this.
You're unstable. I know I'm unstable.
We'll be all right. We're going to get through it slowly but surely. The mountains are going to let us record and we'll be fine.
It's going to require a lot of editing for you.
Yeah, a little bit, but it's okay. I can suck it up. We don't have a ton to talk about today because we're kind of just getting back into it, getting in the flow of things. But football's back. And if you know Brandon and I at all, we'd like to argue about football all the time.
Oh my gosh. I'm probably in the most leagues I've ever been in right now. And it's no, I don't want to handle it. Actually.
No.
I realize
I
like
fantasy football leagues and it's horrible.
You like football less?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch the Thursday nighter because I was just like, I don't want to do this. I can't pay this much attention. Thank God I only had one guy playing out of my 4 leagues last night. Because it's such a Sunday, man. I'm like trying to keep up with how I'm doing. I couldn't figure it all out. I'm flipping through apps and flipping through teams, and I'm like, this is hell.
I turn off all notifications. I kind of forget about who I'm playing with, and I just watch.
Yep.
And that's it.
I put the phone away and I said, let's just watch football.
Yeah. You know what? I need to enjoy football. It's so tough though. As soon as you get into fantasy football, if you're not into fantasy football, stay out.
Yes.
If you're in it, it's like the most addictive thing.
If you're in it, you're in 100 leagues.
Yeah.
But if you're not, it's probably best to not be in it.
You think you can draft better in each league,
You always think you're smarter than everybody else that's in the league. Doesn't matter who they are.
No, it's a different people, different friend groups, different, random groups that you join. Mm-hmm. You're like, no, I'm smarter than these people. I know football the best.
Yeah. And that never seems to be the case.
It never is the case.
Because the funny thing about fantasy football is that it doesn't matter how much you know about football. It matters who stays healthy and how your team does.
And that's it.
It's literally all it is.
It is just who is going to be healthy the longest.
Mm-hmm. Brandon and I are in the same league for the first time in our lives. Well, first football league at the same time, first time in our lives. So we might talk about that a little bit throughout the year. Just kind of brag about who's doing better. Brandon's already garbage, but he's ahead of me in the standings.
My team is way better.
He put up under 100 points and got the win.
Yeah, and
there's only 2 teams with under 100 points in the league, and you're one of them. And the other one is the guy you played. That's
in one of my other leagues, I put up 150 points and I still lost because the other guy put up 170. So I get that win.
Fantasy football, it's stupid. It doesn't make sense. And this is what we're talking about. Football's back. We both, and if you don't know, Brandon still somehow is a Patriots fan.
Oh, it's great to be a Patriots fan because you can just care about every other team.
Yeah. Oh, buddy.
We have Matt Patricia calling our offensive plays. This is amazing. We scored a total of 1 touchdown last week.
Man, I have Baker Mayfield as a quarterback.
That's true.
That's a
See?
Carolina Panthers. Things were interesting in week 1 for the Carolina Panthers, let me tell you.
I feel like every upset storyline that could have happened in week 1 happened in week 1. You know, Russ goes back to Seattle, gets beat.
Yep.
Baker in Cleveland, in Carolina, gets beat.
Like the most heartbreaking upset you could possibly.
Good for that kicker. Again, putting the fucking confidence back in kickers.
See, last year we talked about Evan McPherson like he was a king. And this year we come around and this Cade York kid comes out of nowhere, drills a 58-yarder to win it, just breaks my entire heart apart. But Evan McPherson has a chance to hit a 22-yarder to win it and shanks it into oblivion. What a world we're living in. We might have to change the official kicker of the BnB podcast.
I just love that there's no consistency with kickers because as soon as you think he's gonna miss it, he's gonna miss it. No. You think it and you're like, yep, he's gonna miss that. Yep. He's just gonna miss it. I don't know why. He's just gonna miss it.
It's such a mental game being a kicker, and half of them are just not up to the challenge. It's crazy. It's an incredible thing.
I can't kick the way that they can either. But
God, no, but I don't try.
Not trained at that one thing for as long as they have.
No. It's wild. Kickers are fun.
A lot of money.
We're a pro kicker podcast. I think that's been established.
I love the kickers. I said that if overtime were to change, it should just be a kickoff starting from like the 25 and you work your way back 5 yards every time.
Yep. Yeah.
Or 2.5 yards. Who cares? I don't care.
One day Roger Goodell's going to come across this podcast and go, that's a fucking great idea.
The XFL is going to come back to it and say, you know what? No, this is how we solve games.
Yes. You're right.
If you players can't handle it in regular time, the kickers get to solve it in overtime. And that's it. They just fire off.
That should be the way. It should be the way for the rest of the time.
It is the way.
What happened in week 1? Nothing really big happened in week 1 that we need to talk about, other than that Russell Wilson game. You know what? It goes down, and was it Nate Hackman? Is it Hackman? What the fuck? I know his first name Nathan. The Broncos coach, regardless.
The Broncos coach
decides that instead of entrusting in his new, $200 million man to throw the ball on 4th and 5, he's gonna get what the hell, Brandon McManus to kick a 62-yard field goal to try the second longest field goal in NFL history. He felt more confident in that than Russell Wilson picking up 5 yards.
Yep.
How do you feel if you're Russell Wilson?
Geno Smith just held his own in that game.
The fact that they made that even a game was incredible, but the fact that they won, good for you.
One of my favorite storylines was the Houston in Indianapolis tie.
Oh, a tie. There was almost 2 ties at the same time.
Love a good tie. Who doesn't?
Evan McPherson did everything he could to try and keep that game tied. And Chris Boswell was helping for a while too. He shanked one and doinked it.
Yeah.
Has there ever been a week where there's been 2 ties in the same week?
I don't know. Probably. But still. Probably not though. Who knows?
I can't imagine there would be, right?
Why isn't it a tie? Just have a winner.
It's so lame.
It doesn't do anything.
Do the kickoff. Why are we not doing kickoffs?
You don't get any points for it.
No.
So it doesn't matter. Helps nothing.
Let's see here. I'm looking it up.
I don't know. There's it's hard to say in week 1 what the interesting storylines are now the injuries, right? Like Dak Prescott is gone for 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
That's big, right? Like
Cowboys are done.
Cowboys are very reliant on
the fact they went from being like a contender in that division, like they would have had a chance to win that division, to just probably going to finish dead last.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, but he, and then even coming back, like, what do you come back as? You're having hand surgery. Is it on his throwing hand? Like,
yeah, it's on his throwing hand.
Right.
So it's like in his thumb too.
Yeah.
Like near his thumb.
Good
so
luck.
like, that's gonna be tough. I can't imagine he comes back with any sort of.
I think there's a real changing and a real opportunity here for a lot of teams because, like, they're gonna fall. Dallas is probably gonna fall out of a playoff race unless they can pull something together with some sort of quarterback. I think that Green Bay is really vulnerable now Aaron Rodgers looks completely uninterested in playing any part of that offense.
I think he lost interest as soon as he threw like that 60-yard pass to, I don't remember his name, and he just clanked it.
He doesn't even have, like, he's got Randall Cobb, which just doesn't do it anymore. But out of that, there's no names that he is a throwing first quarterback. He has shown that, right?
And like, he's got no one to
as great as Aaron Jones is, and as great as Aaron Jones will be in the backfield, he's a throwing first quarterback. Yep. He wants to be the one that decides the game. So
and he can't do that right now because who the hell are you throwing the ball to?
Give him no options, man. And like, don't get me wrong, the Vikings are, a playoff team in the sense they make it pretty much every year. Or at least they make it competitive pretty much every year. But Green Bay just looks so out of it.
Yeah, their offense looked bad, their defense looked bad. They didn't have a good. It might be the first time in a long time that we can look at the Green Bay Packers and think they might be out of.
I wouldn't even put them in the playoffs. I do not think Green Bay makes the playoffs.
No,
I think it becomes a Jordan Love season at week 5.
That'd be neat. I hope so.
I think at week 5 somewhere,
can't
maybe Dallas calls up.
Hey, Green Bay, I can see that.
Says, hey,
we need someone that's not. Brandon Rush?
Somebody.
Yeah, that's gonna.
Wouldn't that just be the storyline? Goes from Green Bay to Dallas and just goes on a run.
After 1 week and 1 game, who are you looking at as the team that's probably the team to beat right now?
I don't know, man. Like there's interesting teams, like, because I think we've also seen Kansas City now for another week.
Mm-hmm.
It just shows that as long as you have Patrick Mahomes, you're always in it.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, like at the beginning of the year, my buddy and I, we put money on the Chargers. Like Jeremy and I had money on the Chargers to go to the Super Bowl and to win. Mm-hmm. And the way they just kind of handled them, and Patrick Mahomes just said, you know what, I'm still Patrick Mahomes, and I'm still capable of keeping us in the game to the point where Justin Herbert throws a pick 6, and that's it, right? And then that's what I mean, though, the defense comes in and wins the game. So you have your quarterback get you all the way there, your defense wins the game. Like, I think as long as you have Patrick Mahomes and 44, they had 44 points the first week against Arizona.
Made Arizona look terrible. Like, it was not even close.
Man. Arizona picked up Hollywood Brown. Arizona, I know they don't have DeAndre.
They are missing pieces right now, which is
for sure. But they still have James Conner. Like, they still had a lot of their. Beside Hopkins, they still had, AJ Green is still there. Who, I don't know. I think it's one of the worst wide receivers.
Yeah, I mean, Rondale Moore was out, which
he creates the least separation per wide receiver in the league. Like, he gets no separation from his corners.
He's not good anymore. He used to be good. He just doesn't have it.
No. I don't know, man. Yeah, I think they always look good.
I really like Buffalo right now.
Buffalo, oh man, Josh Allen is not messing around.
They
took they took LA to just.
They were up like 20 something at one point, and he runs for a first down. It's
Who do they play this week? They play Tennessee. I think that'll be a good game because that's somebody that they always have to get through.
Yeah,
they're going to be way better than Tennessee, I think.
I think so. I think the Super Bowl is going to. This is going to sound stupid, but the Super Bowl is going to come down to another KC versus Buffalo game because whoever wins that, I think, is winning the Super Bowl this year.
Are you ready to count out Tom Brady?
No, maybe not. Dude, I think that's why he came back for his victory.
That's what I was going to say on the other side. Tom Brady always looks incredible. I mean, as long as he just
reignited Julio Jones all of a sudden too. Like, that guy looked like vintage Julio.
This is what they did. Instead of Antonio Brown, they subbed in Julio Jones, who's a
significantly
bit of a different player,
less problematic,
but will be less of a problem. Exactly. Yeah. And then when Godwin gets healthy enough, they're going to be fine. They have a great run game with Fournette. They have all of the offensive line that they need to protect Tom Brady and give him the time to make throws.
Fournette looks better than he's ever looked, though. That is the one kicker that you're kind of.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do something, but you're right. I think Buffalo is a team that is finally on their way to making it.
They're great on both sides of the ball. That's the big thing.
Getting Von Miller was an
unbelievable,
amazing pickup. Yeah, that's exactly what you need.
2 or 3 sacks in that first game.
Proved how many years that he's an MVP Super Bowl piece.
Yeah.
Right. Like he continues to prove it. I love Von Miller.
Like the Rams, Matt Stafford is very not healthy, but that's still a team that went to the Super Bowl last year. Won the Super Bowl.
You still have everything that's there, man. Like you still have the best defense. I think the most feared defense on paper, and probably you won't get it like statistically in every category. Nope. However, Aaron Donald one-on-one. He's an animal.
I'd love to say Jalen Ramsey, but he got murdered by Stephon Diggs all night.
Okay,
Diggs made him look like a child.
Show you how good Stephon Diggs is and how amazing Josh Allen. Like, have you seen some of Josh Allen's throws?
He's nuts.
He whips it.
He's great throwing the ball, and when he doesn't have an option, he has the ability to pick up 8 to 10 yards in a run.
Yep.
Just scramble out for 8 yards, and he's huge. He's tough to tackle. He's got great accuracy. He's got a cannon of an arm, and he's got so many weapons in Buffalo right now. It's ridiculous.
Since changing his release point, he changed a bit of his mechanics. He throws the ball quicker now. Just that extra little bit
it saves him so much.
Yeah, but again, you have to go through Patrick Mahomes. You have to go through Andy Reid. It's just that side is so jumbled up.
Yeah,
the Chargers are geared up with some people.
Yeah, they could be a piece. I'm a little concerned with the ribs for what's his name, Justin Herbert.
Yep,
it'll be interesting to see what that ends up being.
Yeah, and if you can manage that,
hopefully it's nothing too serious. Like hopefully that none of them are broken. Just a couple bruises.
And at least you have pieces. Like you have tons of pieces around. I think Keenan Allen was out as well. So when he comes back, you have Austin Eckler, Mike Williams, who are supposed to have amazing years. Right, even on defense, like signing J.C. Jackson was.
Yeah, I would argue they have the more star-studded receiving core of the three teams.
For sure. You held Patrick Mahomes to 2 scores essentially. Like, like he was really good, and he was really Patrick Mahomes, but you made him be Patrick Mahomes for the whole game.
Yeah, they took him right to the wire. If they were fully healthy, I think you're right. They might be a team to compete.
Khalil Mack now on that team with Joey Bosa coming at you, like there's no way.
They're gonna be good.
I just think that it's one of those. It's either another year where they're Cincinnati and they catch a really good streak and they just start to roll with it, or they get injured, and that's what I mean. But you could have another Joe Burrow gets injured, Justin Herbert gets injured, and that's it. Like nothing really changes from team to team. I guess Jamar Chase coming in, but
the thing I see with the Chargers and Herbert specifically, he is not afraid to make that dangerous pass, which sometimes it works and it looks really cool, but like there's other times where that's just gonna stab you right in the back.
He showed that in Oregon. Like I love Oregon. Like as a as a football team and watching them, and they always
nicest jerseys in college all the time.
They produce some pretty darn good quarterbacks. One of those is Justin Herbert, who that's what they said was like, look, he is going to throw it.
Oh, he was not afraid to throw.
No, and it's whether or not, it's going to work, or he's just going to throw picks. And, with the wide receivers that he has, it's incredible.
You have a better chance of having it work when you're throwing to guys like Mike Williams and Keenan Allen, stuff like that. I just think eventually you're going to hit that one game where it's not going to work, and you just pray to God that it's not a playoff game.
Right.
Because you have one of those passes in the playoffs that doesn't work, and that's going to be the end of your season, right? So I'm a little hesitant to be on the Chargers side of things just because of that. But they have a great team. They have a great roster. They could be in that conversation at the end of it.
Yeah, they're making a name for themselves, right? Like I think the whole you're too young to go to a Super Bowl is not
stupid
there anymore as a quarterback,
Yep. No, you're right. Anything else in football that
you want to make like predictions on who's going to do what? Because I think it's pretty, I think like one of my favorite, for week 1 storylines, even from a fantasy standpoint, is Marcus Mariota is the best quarterback right now statistically.
Actually,
yeah, he's number 1. I think.
He had a good game.
Maybe not now that Mahomes already played, but
yeah,
he's number 1. Like he was unreal.
He's good with his legs. He made some good passes in that game. He's got weapons too that are kind of underrated. Like obviously Kyle Pitts is there and didn't work all very well in game 1 for him and Pitts, but like you'll figure that out. Cordero Patterson's just so dynamic. You could do anything. Drake London's coming up. He could be one of the better receivers of that draft. Like there's weapons there that he can throw to, and I think once he gets it all together, I think they'll be okay. They're not going to win that division because Tom Brady owns the division.
I mean, their defense is also,
they're not a complete team, but they're going to be fun. I think they're going to be an entertaining team to watch this year, and I think they showed that in week 1. Like they came out hot, they got the lead, and they blew it to a Saints team that you should not be blowing leads to.
I don't know, man.
They let Taysom Hill rush for 80 yards.
Yeah, but Jameis Winston as well was a throwing machine. Having Michael Thomas back has helped him.
Yeah. Michael Thomas, obviously, I just don't have faith in Michael Thomas being there for the whole year.
No one does, because fantasy-wise, he just looked good because of Drew Brees.
Yep. That division, it's so painful being in that division. The NFC West is still going to be good.
You're going to take Tampa Bay. I think everybody's
Tampa Bay's taking. You're not betting against Tom Brady.
Yeah.
He still looks like Tom Brady. It is what it is. I think the NFC North one you kind of want to pay attention to all year long, because that's stereotypically that's Green Bay's division and everybody else is just playing in it.
I think that's the Vikings to lose.
I think so, but Detroit's way better this year than they were last year.
The Bears look bad. They don't look like a good team.
They gotta win.
I think it's just
they gotta win.
I think it's just a matter of who's going to be above 500.
Yeah,
in that division. Yeah, it's.
I don't think any of their teams are going to be good. I don't think any team that has Kirk Cousins behind the snap is going to be good.
No, but I think that each of those teams is probably going to they'll probably split each series in a way. You know what I mean? Like in their division, they'll probably go even and
a bunch of 500 teams.
Go even. They're it's
see
just
who
a
you can
matter
beat
of who
in the
is
other
better.
divisions.
Yeah, I just don't have any confidence. I think that where the Vikings put themselves ahead is nobody else has a Justin Jefferson, and that dude is unreal.
Yeah, that's true.
He is phenomenal. He
looked like the best receiver in the game in game 1.
He continues to.
Yep. It'll be fun to watch him going forward. That guy, he's just so special. The NFC East is just still there's 3 1-0 teams in that division right now, and it just doesn't feel like it.
Philly's going to be fine.
I think it's Philly's division.
I think where the surprise is that the Giants could be a playoff team due to the fall off of the NFC North.
Okay.
I know it's
the whole NFC is kind of. I mean, the West is gross. Arizona,
but
LA,
the Eagles
San
are
Fran,
the Eagles are great as long as AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts continue to be great.
Mm-hmm.
He's so good. Oh my God, he's so good on that team.
It's crazy. That's such a nice piece.
So good. He's such a good wide receiver. Tannehill was an okay quarterback,
He made him look great.
Manager, but he's not a Jalen Hurts, and this could unlock Jalen Hurts in a weird way.
They'll be fun to watch. I think that's their division. I don't think it's close. I don't. Dallas is going to suck. Washington just didn't look good.
Unless Dallas does something phenomenal with a quarterback trade, I think that's it.
I think Washington's going to be that scrappy team that just chips away at you all game. I just don't see them competing.
Here's the other thing too. Isn't Mike McCarthy in Dallas? Would Aaron Rodgers even go?
No,
exactly. So that's it. You just.
I didn't even think.
I would love to see it, but that's what I'm thinking is that Mike McCarthy's there, and that's it. That you shot yourself in the foot.
Yeah. Over in the AFC, the West is going to be a dogfight. I think. I don't think Denver doesn't look as good as people.
You didn't do the NFC West.
Did I not do the West?
No.
No, the West. You're right. Apparently Seattle is the team now.
No, I think the Rams come out of there.
Yeah, they should, right?
Depending on how the 49ers do. Oh, I would love to see Arizona though. When Hopkins comes back, Murray's got everything in front of him.
Yeah. It didn't look good in week 1. I mean, the Chiefs are really good, so that's not a great way to look at it. Yeah. But he was missing a lot of guys too, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. He looked very where's Hopkins? But he found Brown. And I think if you can do that consistently, then
once you get Hop back,
it's not a defensive thing on your part, right? But
Ertz was injured. He was playing hurt. You're missing Rondale Moore, who's typically your 3 guy, and he probably would have been your 2 guy with Hop out. But
right,
maybe when they have their full set of weapons, they'll be all right. But right now, like LA's got their team.
I mean, to be fair, like, you know, Mahomes went off for 5 TDs. You go off for 2.
Yeah, there's nothing Kyler Murray can do about that. No, the Rams are really only missing Van Jefferson right now, and they're just not using Cam Akers, which is strange. Like the fact that Akers just kind of sat around and did a whole lot of nothing in that game it made no sense to me. So I think once they get their game plan sorted out, they'll be all right.
Yeah, they got a good matchup this week against Atlanta.
Yeah, so they should be. I think it's their division to lose. Arizona's going to sneak in there and be around all year long. San Fran, I don't know, man. I find it weird that they're going with Trey Lance. But
really,
or at least just fully committing to Trey Lance. I think
they've seen everything they're going to see from Jimmy, and that's where they kind of are moving on. They're like, you know, we've gotten this far.
Yeah, I find it weird that they didn't move Jimmy. Like, if you're not going to use him, what do you need him as a backup?
I think but Trey's a running quarterback. You know, especially in his first couple of years, it's not like he hasn't been injured before.
No, you're right. It's possible.
So
I guess it makes sense.
Both of them, yeah. Especially with a guy like Jimmy who's capable of performing.
Yeah.
And if Trey loses it and just you don't think he's doing well, then you give him
Jimmy
the game.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm sure they said to Jimmy, this isn't over. You know, you're going to compete.
I think it's still going to be a battle in that division regardless.
But, dude, there's another team, right? Dallas could easily go to San Fran.
And pick up Jimmy G. He's an upgrade over. Is it Brandon Rush? I'm pretty sure it's Brandon Rush, right?
I don't know.
Something Rush.
You think it's Brandon Rush?
I think it's Brandon Rush.
Wasn't he a basketball player too? He was. He played for Golden State before they're good. It's Cooper Rush, actually.
Cooper Rush.
Cooper Rush.
Damn, I thought it was Brandon Rush this whole time.
Yeah, and they got to play the Bengals too, so that'll be a good.
So 0-2 to start the year is going to be fun for them.
All right.
Over to the AFC. You know what? We'll start with the Bengals division. Just kind of transitioning through there. That division is going to be I think that's Baltimore's division, but
what?
You don't think? Who do you think is coming? If TJ Watt isn't healthy for Pittsburgh, I do not fear them at all. Their offense looks terrible.
I think the Bengals offense.
They look bad. Joe Burrow got picked off 4 times.
Okay, exactly, but he still has Joe Mixon back there, and
right. The weapons are the weapons. You can't argue with those.
I'm not going to count.
He gets hit harder more than everybody else in the league. That's not new.
He does. So
I don't know how you do another year of that.
He's probably not going to be able to, but he's going to roll out of the pocket a lot more. He's going to be using his feet. He's going to be relying on Joe Mixon a lot more.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I
just think it's going to be tough. The way Baltimore looked in week 1, it was the Jets. So like it is what it is. But they looked phenomenal.
The Jets with Joe Flacco at the helm. Like
I mean, it wasn't a good team, but
no.
Lamar looked great. He made a pass downfield that was like very un-Lamar-esque and just like a dot.
He looks
at best. They're gonna be good.
Doing what he does.
I think they're gonna be good, man. I don't see Pittsburgh competing. I don't see Cleveland competing.
No.
Cleveland beat us in week 1, but like watching Jacoby Brissett just miss pass after pass, I'm like, you're not gonna be able to do this against good teams.
Yeah, I know.
They're gonna be bad until Deshaun comes back in week 12, and they're already out of it anyways. No, I think it's Baltimore's, man. Cincinnati's going to be there. I think they're going to compete. I think they're going to hit the 2 spot. I don't see them being better than Baltimore. Personally, I could be wrong. I could be persuaded. Maybe not.
I can't count out a team that went to the Super Bowl and kept a lot of those pieces coming back.
It's a very similar team to that. They can get hot at any point.
It's very competitive, but even Pittsburgh with TJ Watt there, like it was very maybe, I was still maybe on them because you have Trubisky or you have Kenny Pickett who's going to come in and that's a lot to do for him. Yeah. Okay. That's okay. I'll be back in 1 second.
Okay. I'll pause.
Yeah, pause it.
We could probably move on to. You want to say the East? We'll go to the East.
Oh, I smell like beer now. Just like reek like beer. Holy.
Welcome back.
Hey, welcome back. I just jumped away to go polish off a keg. No. Yeah, okay, sorry.
Podcast's going to get interesting from here. The AFC East, it's Buffalo's. I don't even think it's a conversation around it. I think Miami becomes a wild card team.
Yeah, I like what Miami did. It's very hard to just get Tyreek Hill and compete with that because I
think they're going to be okay.
I don't think that Tua is. Yeah, but Tua is not Patrick Mahomes. So when you go up against Buffalo or when you go up against someone else and you have Tyreek Hill as your ace, then it's going to be a long day.
I think there's a genuine chance that Miami's the wild card team this year. I think they might be one of the better wild card teams this year, but they're not Buffalo. That's just the only thing in that division. And like the Jets aren't good. The Patriots, I don't see them being very good.
Patriots don't even have a starting offensive coordinator. Like, never mind players. They have no starting offensive coordinator. They are using two, and one of them used to be their defensive coordinator when they were winning Super Bowls. So I have no faith in that offense. I appreciate what they're trying to do. They're trying to be new. They're trying to be unique. They're trying to be unpredictable. However, scoring 7 points in the first week and just like
it's not good at all. Not good at all.
I didn't find anything all that.
Nothing to write home about and feel like you're gonna do well the rest of the season if you're a Patriots fan.
And Tua, Tua looked good with his receivers. He looked great with Tyreek.
Found Waddle for the touchdown.
Waddle.
Yeah,
for sure. He's going to, but
having Waddle as your two guy, I think is huge because Waddle last year was the number one, and like he still found receptions. I think as the number two guy with getting secondary coverage, I think that's going to be a piece you got to watch out for.
Yeah,
that'll be fun. I think they'll be a good team. They just won't be Buffalo.
Just
Buffalo's
both of them. Like trying to keep track of both of them is exactly what they wanted, right?
Exactly. They're two good athletes.
Is a new the new way to go is speed, is just be fast. Like, especially because cornerbacks now are pretty much guys that are just fast. They're speed, they're just trying to keep up with them in a foot race. So you need guys that are just as fast.
Yeah, it'll be fun. I think they'll be a fun team. Buffalo Stephon Diggs and Gabe Davis is just such a weird combination that just like they find them all the time. And then you got Isaiah McKenzie behind him. You got Dawson Knox, who did nothing in that game and still a weapon that you can use. Yeah, they got 105 running backs, give or take, that just run the ball every other down.
Yeah,
and then you have a running back that throws the ball. Like, it's nuts, man. I think they're just untouchable. And then their defense is so good.
Yeah, they just look so stout always, and like their coach relationship with their players is so fun to watch.
It just seems like a cohesive unit on that team. Like they all just.
I think they're ready.
Seems like they're ready to do it.
Yeah.
Where are we at? South. The South sucks, dude. Houston, Indy, Tennessee, Jacksonville. Who in that division do you fear as a good team? Indy.
I think Indianapolis will.
They should be good. Michael Pittman looked great in week one, but he's hurt.
But that's the thing is they've got Jonathan Taylor. They've got Michael Pittman when healthy. They've got a pretty,
Matt Ryan looked not
average
great.
Defense. No, but they picked up Stephon Gilmore, in the offseason. They like I said, they're an okay team in a really shitty division. You hope maybe Tennessee again will. I know losing AJ Brown will be huge to that team without.
It's a big one.
I don't know why they just let that happen. I don't know why they were in the mindset that that'd be good for their organization, but whatever.
Yeah.
I hear a lot of talk that Derrick Henry is going to take a step back too, because like, how can you keep producing that much?
And he was hurt last year.
So, right.
Is he going to be healthy this year? Like, who knows?
You hope, but
it's probably Indy's to win.
Again, that's another division that's just kind of like it's best of the it's
a division destined for a first round loss is what it is.
Yeah,
I don't see any of them doing anything. And the best division in the AFC, the West, it's got to be, right? KC, the Chargers, Denver, and Vegas. I think Vegas is better than people are giving them credit for after week one. Like Derek Carr got picked off 3-4 times and still made it a 5-point game.
Derek Carr is going. But he's going to get picked off. That's just the way that they play. He's especially with Devontae Adams now, you've given him the green light.
Yep.
A newly signed Darren Waller.
Find him wherever he is.
Renfro, who always just goes everywhere. Yeah, I think that unfortunately, Denver is going to find themselves last.
I think so too.
They looked very incomplete against a team that's really not that good.
They look like a team that's never played together.
Right.
Just a bunch of guys that should be talented. They just don't have it.
Yeah. I don't think Russell Wilson found Cortland Sutton until near the end of the second quarter, if not in the second half. It was so late.
And take away that pass to Jerry Jeudy, there outside of that, there was nothing big that you're looking at.
And to be fair, man, they were close to the end zone a bunch of times. They had a bunch of turnovers back and forth. That game could have been
2 fumbles on the goal line weren't great. Both running backs too. It wasn't one had a bad game. Both of them fumbled on the goal line. I don't know. I just think they're Vegas. Sorry, not Oakland. The Raiders look good. I think they're gonna be there. They'll forever be Oakland in my heart.
I know they should be. Did you hear that Oakland petition to have the name still? They're like, it belongs to us, and they're like, no, you're just the city. You're not the team. You don't get the organization name.
Sucks. They should go back. Yeah, it's way better. Stuff. Oakland Raiders is so much cooler than the Las Vegas Raiders.
Las Vegas Raiders. Yeah, but Las Vegas Raiders make more money, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're right. And then the Chiefs and Chargers. I think it's going to be the 1-2 all year long. I think the Chiefs are just so good, dude.
Yeah,
it's the same situation as the East.
Chargers are going to continue to roll.
Yeah, I think the Chargers are going to be again that probably the top wild card team. I think it's going to go down to them and the Miami. Miami might take it just because the rest of their division stinks and they get to play them all so many times. Other than Buffalo, obviously, you're kicking the shit out of the Jets, you're kicking the shit out of the Patriots. I don't know if the Chargers are kicking the shit out of the Raiders and the Broncos every time. Obviously the first game against the Raiders was close.
That's a dogfight. It sucks, of course, because even when you're playing Denver, you're playing a quarterback who's still going to keep his team around.
And they'll always have a chance to win.
Yeah.
It's a lot harder than playing the Jets and Patriots is what I'm trying to say, basically, on that. And the Chiefs are just always one of the best teams in the league as long as they have Patrick Mahomes. Doesn't matter. Travis Kelce's still there.
Yeah.
They lost Tyreek and they don't look any worse.
They lost Tyrann Mathieu. They don't look any different on defense. They're still making plays.
It's crazy,
they're still stepping up. It's
crazy.
I still like them as a team.
Crazy. One guess, Super Bowl pick. Who is it?
Oh, the Chargers. I said it from the beginning.
Still Chargers?
Yeah. I love it. I think that they have everything to go on the right run. And they did pretty much the same thing the Rams did. They pick up some big names to help them defensively and put them over the edge. And then, dude, they have so many weapons, right?
Yeah, sure.
I'm in on it.
Who are they beating in the Super Bowl?
I want to say Tom Brady. I want to see him go out.
That's what I think
again.
Too. I think he pulls it off. I think he might win it.
It's a very early prediction. Very early prediction.
Who knows, man? The NFC is so up in the air. It could be a lot of teams. The AFC, I think Buffalo comes out. I think this is finally their year that they come out to the Super Bowl. I think Brady beats him in the Super Bowl. I think he goes out on a Super Bowl, wins it. That's it for him.
You think he's taking it all the way?
I think so.
I think defeating the old demons of Buffalo in his way.
I think so.
Yeah. You know what, though? I couldn't.
What a way to go out, though, right?
Yeah, I'd be lying if I said that I wouldn't be surprised if the Eagles were to do something too.
Yeah, they're a fun team. They could make a splash.
Yeah, I don't know. They're just one of those teams that even defensively, as much as they've done offensively over the last couple of years, they continue to just be persistently annoying. Like an Eagles fan.
Now, I want to do predictions for this week, but before we do, we have a partnership with BetStamp that we haven't really got around to yet. So basically, if you've never heard of them, look, it's going to sound like another gambling ad, and you hear it all the time, but I'm going to tell you this isn't your typical gambling site.
Brant
this
knows
isn't
his gambling ads.
Yeah.
If anybody knows his gambling ads. Brant knows.
I do a fair amount of sports betting. And honestly, I use BetStamp a lot because what BetStamp is essentially they take the odds from every sports betting site and they put it all together in one convenient location. So you can shop for different odds and you can see what's out there and who has the best odds for what you're trying to bet on. So we're betting on football. The first game we have coming up is the Panthers and Giants. So I pull up my BetStamp app and I'm going to go through and I'm going to see which site has the best odds. Now, you don't have to be on every site for BetStamp to work. It's not really like that. but I am because I'm a degenerate, and that's just what I do. So we go into NFL. We take a look. We try and find, where is it? Carolina and the Giants. Excuse me. Right now, the best odds for Carolina are coming up at plus 110, and the best odds for the Giants are coming up at minus 125. Now, Bet99 has the minus 125 for the Giants. If I really like the Giants, and that's where I'm trying to bet, but say I'm on, let's go with Bet365. Bet365. They have them at minus 130 right now. So it's a difference of a couple bucks. Yeah, sure. But at the end of the day, if you win 10, 15 bets in a week, you're looking at another 30, 40 bucks to add to your pocket that you didn't have before. And you're winning the same amount of bets. You're just doing it differently. It's great. It's honestly, I use it every time I bet. They have different, everyone that places, you can place bets on the app, and all your friends and everyone can see what you've bet on. There's a whole marketplace for it. We're on there actually, or we're going to be on there. We're still kind of setting it up, but everything we place, you can see us, you can fade us, you can try and ride with us if you want, if you think we're actually good at what we do. So yeah, you can go, I'll have it linked in the description, but you go to betstamp.app, and when you sign up, use the referral code ASports, that's EH Sports, all one word. And yeah, you can bet on Betstamp with us and make yourself some money. So yeah. With that being said, first game of the week, Panthers Giants. Who you got? Don't think about it. Just tell me.
Giants.
Damn. I got Panthers, but that's a bias, obviously. Jets Browns. No thoughts. Just go.
Browns.
Yeah, I'll give you. Patriots Steelers. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Now, keep in mind, it's a Steelers that has TJ Watt that just hit the IR.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Patriots. The Patriots always seem to wiggle their way there.
I gotta go with you. I don't see the Steelers being any good yet.
No.
Dolphins Ravens. I think that's gonna be a good game. Good athletic battle between the two teams.
Dolphins.
Give me the Ravens. I got a lot of trust in Lamar this year. Why not? Colts Jags.
Jags. Yeah, I think Trevor Lawrence is gonna have a game. I think he's just gonna really show out.
I'm not gonna run with you on that one. I think I gotta go.
Yeah, that's fine. I think Trevor Lawrence is gonna have a day though.
Okay. Bucs Saints. Gotta be the Bucs, right?
No, I'm actually gonna take the Saints. I think
the
that
Saints
Tom Brady
play them really well.
Really struggled against the Saints, and you know.
You're right. I'm gonna go Bucs anyways, but
okay.
You're absolutely correct. They do struggle against the Saints for some weird ass reason. Commanders and Lions.
Just sounds weird. Lions.
Sounds so stupid. Lions, yeah, I'm running with you on that one. Seahawks, Niners. Are the Seahawks gonna pull it off again?
No, I'm going Niners.
No, I agree. That I can't see the Seahawks doing that. Falcons, Rams. This should be an easy one.
I'm gonna say Rams. Yeah.
My only concern is that Matt Stafford's elbow is not ready. He cannot.
My only
throw
concern
the
is that
ball
Marcus Mariota is just on a fucking tear.
Sure. I think this could be an upset alert. I think the Falcons could accidentally win this one.
Such a weird team. You know? I think Atlanta's a very weird team this year.
There's a possibility that they win this by accident, but if I'm picking a team, I'm picking the Rams.
Yeah.
Cardinals, Raiders.
Raiders.
Yeah, give me the Raiders. As long as the Cardinals aren't really fully healthy and they don't have D-Hop.
Yep. No.
Texans, Broncos.
Broncos.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Gotta be. Yeah,
Bengals, Cowboys. It's the Bengals. We don't need to try and we don't need to get exciting about that.
No Bengals.
Bears and Packers.
I'm still gonna say the Packers.
I think I bet on the Packers.
Yeah.
But I think I'm gonna go with Bears. I think that Packers team just does not look good right now. They're gonna prove me wrong. But
everyone.
Who the hell are they throwing on the ball?
I don't know.
I don't know. Titans, Bills. Gotta be the Bills. Yeah.
100% the Bills. The Bills could go fucking undefeated this year, and I wouldn't be shocked.
No. Did they play the Chiefs this year? I haven't looked it up.
I don't know which side they play.
While I'm looking that up,
I'm not a Bills schedule
Vikings,
person.
Eagles
for sure.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good game. But I think it's got to be the Eagles. The Bills play the Kansas City Chiefs on October 16th, so fairly early in the season.
Yeah, I'm still taking Bills on that though.
Yeah,
is it weird?
In Kansas City.
Yeah, fuck, I'm taking the Bills on that.
Okay. So yeah, that's the week that is in the NFL. That's pretty much everything. I don't think we have anything else to cover in the NFL, right? We could obviously go back and talk about stuff that happened, but I think it's too far in the past. I don't think we need to worry about some of the stupid stories around the NFL. We can move on. I do want to talk, speaking of talking about stories that are already done, I want to talk about LIV Golf because I haven't really asked your opinion on LIV Golf yet. And I want to talk about it.
I love the controversy that it's caused. Like LIV Golf is it's a slightly bit different and it's a slightly bit more entertaining in a weird way. Like it's not, but it isn't. I don't know. Like there's no difference to the golf that's happening, but it feels totally different.
Yeah.
Like why do you care what else someone's doing in the day because you're on a team now?
Mm-hmm.
You know, why do you care?
It's like they're trying to combine golf with F1, which is weird. I don't really understand it.
It's amazing though. It's just, and I love that there's now this hatred where PGA feels like the good boys club. You know, they feel like they're the heroes almost.
Sure.
And they say, you know, we have this.
You froze.
Pure product and LIV. You know why we're being banned from all this now. I don't understand why you're not allowing our players that are here represented by our brand to compete at your events. You know.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, why are you keeping the best? Like, truly, the players are still the best players in the world.
Yeah.
Right. Like, they
didn't take scrubs over to the LIV.
No. And we don't, you know, say to athletes like, oh, hey, you have to be a Nike athlete. Hey, you have to be an Adidas athlete and only those to play in this league or whatever. Right. Like
NHL versus the KHL, the KBO versus the MLB. Like, it's all a thing. If you want to play somewhere else, you can play somewhere else.
I guess so. Yeah. It's just, I think that the golf is interesting because you're going to share the same courses, you know, like it's different where like Major League Baseball, if you play in that league,
you play in only the 30
Major
diamonds.
League Baseball. Yeah. Sure. Right. So I think with golf, it's, you know, to be very like separated just doesn't make much sense. It just is very like, I don't know. I think a lot of old-fashioned golfers hate LIV Golf. A lot of old-fashioned golfers think they're doing it for the money, but realistically, like
who cares?
Anybody in golf is doing it for the money.
Yeah. You're not golfing because you love the sport of golf. Like I didn't become a pro golfer because I just love golf.
That you're good at the sport. You love that you're good at the sport of golf.
Yeah. Like I play it because I can do it for money. I don't play it because it's a fun hobby on the side. Like we golf because it's a fun hobby on the side. Professionals are doing it to make money, and that's their job. I don't knock any of the guys that went over to LIV to make that money because they're making more money there than they ever would have here. And they're already most of them are halfway through their career to near the end of it.
Think about our careers. If somebody were to call you from a different organization offering you to pay you double what they're paying you right now
to do the same job,
everybody would take it.
And you realistically don't even have to change your schedule. Like you're still working from the same spots.
There's a bit of a moral dilemma. There's a bit of a you know, we work for shady-ish organization. I don't even know. Like I understand there's questions behind the organization. I just think it's nice to see some sort of competition within golf. Like PGA doesn't own, you know, and even if this folds, like okay, it folds, fine.
Yeah.
I don't care. All those golfers then learn a lesson. And maybe something else gets started for them.
Yeah.
You know?
Golf needs to be fun. I think PGA makes golf too unfun. Like it's just kind of they're so prim and proper, tied up. Like
you can have events now where these guys face each other. Sure. Instead of you know what I've always hated? I've always hated the team USA versus Team World. Right?
Really?
Like, it makes no sense. I hate that. Why is it Team USA?
Well, because there's just
you guys are not.
Because they're the pump your chest type of guys that
doesn't
love
matter.
their own country.
Do that then. Absolutely. It shouldn't be Team USA against the world.
No.
Like, just make two teams.
Yeah, draft it. Two captains. Team Woods versus Team Mickelson.
The top 20 golfers get to compete 10 aside.
Yeah.
Boom. And you draft from there or whatever. It's a fan voted in thing. It doesn't need to be this like Team USA versus Team World.
Yeah. No,
I love the competition, and you can see how intense it gets, but you could also get that competition if you constantly have, you know, this team versus this guy, you know, like the same way that you were getting competition from Brooks and Bryson, right?
Yeah. It's fun. I think if you're going to try and lean into the young group of people that like to show golf to, like guys around our age love golf. Like, it's not like they're not fans of golf anymore. Like, it's no longer an old man sport. So if you want to bring people in, like, have fun with it. Like, stop, like, nobody, you never, if you go golfing and you end up with that stickler that's like real hard on the rules and like no music, no this, no that, and you're not drinking, it's just like, it's boring. So, like, if you're the PGA, bring that style of like more entertaining golf.
They're not reinventing the wheel. They're just bedazzling it and making it look appealing.
Exactly. They're putting spinners on it and stuff.
Exactly.
And it's making it look cooler.
It's catching everybody's eye. And the fact that they took some of the biggest golfers, like, you know, even some of the golfers who weren't as well known, but like Cam Smith goes out, wins an event, and then immediately goes and signs with LIV Golf.
Yeah.
And it's like, now all eyes are on him. He just won a PGA tour.
Yeah.
And then he leaves over. It was like when AEW was just all of a sudden claiming, like John Moxley said, he's going on, I'm gonna stop being a wrestler because I got a movie to shoot. And like the very week or whatever it was next day, he shows up in an AEW ring and just shocks the world. And everybody was going, why? Like, that's what they did.
It's fun. It's fun at the end of the day. And I think it's a fun atmosphere to do. And sure, it creates a rivalry. Yeah. But I think the PGA take it way too seriously, and they're just like all angry and screw those guys.
It's all
whatever, man.
I just think you're afraid of competition.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Sorry you didn't pay your guys enough, and they left. That
just kicked me right out of everything.
Just didn't want you anymore.
Yeah, did that show up?
Yeah,
kicked me right out. It was like
your name popped up for a bit, and then you came back in. Yeah, I don't know. You got any final thoughts on the LIV before we move on to?
Yeah, I hope they stick around. They won't. I hope they do.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they continue to steal golfers. I hope they continue to do better than golfers. Like,
I'm excited for the civil war of golf. It's gonna be fun.
But isn't it almost like there's with PGA now when they win an event? You know, okay, Roy wins an event, and it's like, yeah, but there wasn't Dustin, Bryson, Brooks. Like, there wasn't these names, you know? Like, you just start rhyming off people who were winning events.
Make you feel worse about winning a PGA event.
You won a PGA event for sure. However, all of the best golfers were not allowed.
Yeah, they banned them all.
Yes.
It's an interesting run. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Hey, the Queen died.
Oh, we're not even getting a day off for it either.
I know. What the hell, man? I don't think, honestly,
where you are and where I am.
You guys don't get one either, eh?
No.
That's so brutal. Honestly, I don't think we need a day off. I don't understand the people that are that worked up about the Queen. It's like, hey, she was 96. Girl was gonna die.
We also didn't do anything related.
No.
To the Queen.
It does not make the Queen no longer existing makes no difference in my life.
Yep.
I've never understood the whole obsession with the royal family, like the weddings and stuff, where people wake up at the crack ass.
They canceled so many football matches across Europe, though. Like, they're just like, we don't have the police, so we're gonna cancel them. And
it's just wild. Yeah, it's wild. It is what it is. You can have whatever opinion.
That's like a real.
I don't really care.
Passing of time, you know, like the Queen is.
We're gonna get different money.
We're gonna get different money for a little bit.
We're
probably gonna get different money pretty close after that.
Yeah. I don't see him lasting very long either.
I don't know. You gotta think it's like a stressful job, man. To make it to 96.
Imagine popping in there at 73 or 74 or whatever Charles is now and trying to do that job.
She was in there at 20 something. So that's ridiculous, you know?
Yeah. I can't. He already looks like he's knocking on heaven's door or hell's door, I guess.
Well, I mean, it was the same thing as when they vote. Like, you know, you vote Joe Biden in there. It's like, oh, he's falling asleep. He's taking a midday nap as he's being accepted.
Why is every
Congress. You know, that's not good.
Position of power have to go to the oldest person possible? Like, even that's Trump's old, right?
Because you think you know. He must know so much. He's got so many years.
Age and wisdom being a correlation is it should never be a thing.
You know why? Because we tried going the young route. And that was it. Now everybody
still in.
Fucking hates him.
He made it for 3 terms. Whether or not he wins this one, who knows? But he's still in.
No.
He's still here. He might fucking win again, man. We don't need to talk politics because it's funny.
It'd be funny to see. You don't want to turn the podcast
after all that. No, after all that whining, though, you could do it again.
You're right.
I don't know. Is there anything else in your world that you want to talk about?
Like,
how's the mountains? How are the mountains treating you? I feel like
the mountains. They're so nice. I'm supposed to go on a hike today as well.
Oh yeah.
Gonna do a little hike after. Yeah.
Nice.
It's gonna be great.
Nice.
Gonna peak a mountain. No, they're beautiful, man. It's it's gonna be winter here soon. Actually, it's gonna be really cold. We have nights.
Winter in the mountains seems like it would be kind of nice.
Yeah, but
I don't have those in my backyard. My backyard's got like hedges.
The only thing that's fun about the mountains is the Wi-Fi here.
Yeah, that sucks. That's the worst.
Yeah,
we're playing tag with the Wi-Fi connection every time we try to record. So
it does the same with all my my games as well. It'll be like halfway through a game and it'll just cut me out. Like I had to stop playing the show, the My Player, because halfway through, of sudden all my perks go no more. So I'm like a way worse hitter. I'm like, all right, I can't do this.
No. Yeah. Well, that's good though. As long as you're out there enjoying mountains.
I have a little bit left. I don't know exactly how long, but not too long.
Yeah. It'll be good to have you back.
And then we'll be working together.
Yes. I'm pumped.
Are we? No, actually, you'll be leaving.
I'll probably still be. I'll be around a lot, so it's. Okay. I'll be there for the most part. So it'll be.
I'm not taking your spot, am I?
No, you're not. You're
actually forcing Brand out of the company.
Yeah,
included
out of the company with my last name on it. So that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know what we can do, just to kill a little bit of time. If you're an avid listener of the BnB podcast, we used to do a thing, and it was a lot of fun. It's called Would You Rather.
Oh, yeah.
It was honestly
it's one of our favorite.
We went on
games.
there for a while. I gotta find it though. Oh, there it is. Oh, I knew it.
Did you find the same one?
It's the exact same one.
It just stays the same.
How do I skip? I don't remember how to do this. It was a lot easier on my laptop, but my laptop is.
You know what's funny? I feel like we say it's going to change every time, and we just do the same.
We do the same ones every single time.
Is there one that's like sports related? Maybe. You think we could find one that's really extreme?
We probably could. I think I'll look into that before the next one. All right. Starting off hot. We'll do. What do you think? 5 or 10 of these?
10 of these.
10 of these? All right, let's do 10 of these. Starting off hot.
I'm going. Hang on 1 second. You have a headlamp? All right. Why'd you stop it?
All right. We're going to start it off. Would you rather only eat breakfast cereal or only eat pasta?
Pasta for sure.
Pasta?
Yeah.
Well, like, do I get a limit on what kind of cereal?
No, it's just breakfast cereal.
Just in general, right? But I also don't get a limit on what kind of pasta.
Exactly. There's a lot of different types of
lasagna.
Honestly, wouldn't be fulfilling.
No, that's true. You're right there. I was going to say cereal because I just think you have more options, but you might be right on the fact that I would have to eat a ton of cereal to be full all the time.
I think I would get over the fact of eating pasta in the morning too. I'd try to make it like a breakfast pasta.
Put a little egg in there or something.
Yeah, maybe I can make the noodles out of something different. Like it doesn't say like what kind of.
I was going to say they don't really put a limit on the pasta, so you're probably right.
No, exactly.
Wow, I got talked out of one early. Damn.
I know, because I knew you'd be a cereal guy. Because you think like quick early in the morning.
Yeah.
You're like, you know what?
It's just easier to make. Cereal. It doesn't take very long. Okay.
You would need a lot of cereal.
Would you rather only have a first grade education or live in a world where everyone else only has a first grade education?
Oh, live in a world where everyone else only has a first grade education.
You want to be the smartest guy in the room all the time?
Of course, you always want to be the smartest guy in the room. I
think it's so much easier to be the dumbest guy in the room.
I don't know. With my partner but you're only a first grade education. Like you're not even at
you're
times tables.
You're imbecile.
You're not at anything. You have absolutely no skills, and you live in a world that is just smart.
Yeah, but I also have the internet.
No, you don't even know how to use the internet. You're grade 1 educated.
Yeah, but I could figure that out, I think. Grade 1s could use the internet, but the iPad kids, bro, I've seen some very successful iPad kids.
I don't think you're thinking young enough is the issue.
How was that, 7, 6?
6.
I can't say I've had a lot of conversations with 6 or 7-year-olds, so maybe I'm just inexperienced in the 6 or 7-year-old department. I don't know, man. Yeah. I think it's easier to be the dumbest guy in the room than the smartest guy in the room. You can never do anything cooperative with anyone else because everybody else is a bunch of idiots.
You enjoy being the dumbest guy. I think that it'd be fun having everybody with a lower education than I do.
Sure.
For the first
I could be persuaded out of my thing, but I think I'd rather be the dumbest guy.
All right. Fair.
No, we're not doing that one. That one stinks. Okay. Nah, that's not very good either. You got to do 10 good ones, right? We can't do 10 average ones.
No, not 10 average ones.
That's a dumb one too. Oh, I think we've done this one before, but we're going to do it again. Would you rather drink a gallon of mustard in one sitting or use mustard as toothpaste for 3 weeks?
Use mustard as... Oh, what is it? So you drink a gallon in one sitting?
A gallon at once and you're done. Or mustard as toothpaste.
Do you know how big a gallon is?
It's a lot of mustard.
I
despise mustard.
I despise it too, but I don't think I could actually do a gallon of it in one sitting. Do you understand how big a gallon is?
Much. A gallon of anything is a lot.
Yeah. And it's just brushing my teeth,
Your teeth are going to be yellow by the end of this, though.
Be stained yellow, but you'll not be filled with a gallon of mustard.
The thing with a gallon of mustard is like you do it and you just throw up, and that's the end of it.
I would throw up.
The mustard thing, I have to do that every day for 3 weeks, and your teeth turn yellow. I can't drink a gallon of mustard though. That's
you know what? No, I'm brushing my teeth with the mustard.
I'm brushing my teeth too. That's just so.
Yeah.
What? Oh, this seems like an interesting one for you, actually.
Oh, for me.
Would you rather? Well, kind of. It's relevant. Not entirely relevant, but a little bit relevant. Would you rather live in a homeless shelter with internet access or live in an amazing home isolated from any outside contact?
Oh, an amazing home.
You're living in a mansion-like home.
Yeah, I would do that.
I think so too, right? Hermit from the rest of the world for a bit. Can I still watch like sports? Is that a thing? Or is that isolated from any? Oh no, just contact, right? I just can't contact.
Yeah.
I could sit and watch Jays games all summer.
But do people just they can still come to you though? Like they just can't call you.
That's outside contact, right? Like you can't talk to people from the outside world.
I took outside contact as like they just can't like get a hold of you. They can come over. Or maybe I guess that's it.
I think that's it. You're living on your own in this mansion, end of the world style.
I don't even get an Alfred.
Tough. Homeless shelter. What's the point of just having Wi-Fi?
Right. People are gonna steal my stuff. I don't even get my stuff.
No,
they don't give you your stuff, eh?
If I'm living in a homeless shelter, I probably don't have anything to access the Wi-Fi, anyways, right?
Right.
In theory, seems like it.
But what do we know?
Oh, I don't like.
What do we know?
What do we know? Realistically. Okay.
You're already laughing.
Would you rather have a real lightsaber or save a random African kid from starvation?
Wow. I'm going to save a real African kid. That's so terrible. Why would they do that to you?
If you get the real lightsaber, you can go stop
you can't
starvation.
Save him. He's already dead.
You stop all
time.
You can go save so many kids. You can save so many kids with the lightsaber.
It's happening at the same time.
Yeah. Well, that kid's dead. We accepted the sacrifice of the one random African kid.
You're going to take the lightsaber, aren't you?
But I could save so many people.
You're going to take the lightsaber.
Oh, my God.
I
don't want to. But hey, logistically, if I have a lightsaber, I could save the world. I can't save the world with a little African kid, right? I could if he ends up being like special. I don't know, man. I gotta save the kid. Whatever, it's fine.
I'm gonna leave that with you. You let me know how that goes.
That's a stupid question. Would you rather be a cat or be a dog?
A dog.
A dog?
Yeah.
Cats kind of roam the world. If you're like an outdoor cat, though.
But am I like a jungle cat, though? Or am I just like a household cat? I
would assume just a household cat.
Okay. No, then I'd rather be a dog.
It says, assuming you're in well cared for environment, equal treatment and such. I mean, like, if I'm an outdoor cat, though, then like, say I'm where you are and like I can just roam the mountains. probably gonna get eaten by like a mountain lion or some shit though.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like a dog would. I don't know. Yeah,
dogs get pampered a little more, I find.
I'd be a little more liked, I feel.
Yeah, that's true. I think just lifestyle, I'd rather be a cat, but in general, I'd rather be a dog.
Lifestyle, I feel like you are an actual cat.
I can just live
my life. I feel like you do that now. I feel like
someone pisses me off, I just claw him in the face, like that type of stuff.
Yeah, I feel like you very much live the life of a cat.
Oh, that's a good one. Would you rather have 3 nipples or 1 nipple?
1. I feel like the extra one would be weird.
Well, that's a story to tell. I guess it's not really a story. You
Why do
have to
3?
answer that. I think either way.
You could say I was just born without 1, you know? Instead of saying I have 3, you're just like, I was born without 1.
I was born with 3. I feel like you're more special if you have more of something, right?
No, I feel like I'd be less.
If you're a male, that serves way less purpose. If I'm a 3-nippled woman, I think it's different than being a 3-nippled man. Functionality of having 3 nipples. Like if you had triplets, you want 3 nipples, right?
I don't think you can do that all at the same time. I think you're really picturing some cartoon stuff here. I don't know. I'm not a mother. I'll never have to go through that. I'll never have to know that.
I've never been a
just
mother before in my
3
life.
Right there.
If there's functionality of all 3 and you had triplets, I think that's worth it. I think I'm going 3. I think 3, obviously that doesn't pertain to my situation, but I think 3 is way more fun.
1 special nipple.
See, but like any one of us could just go down to 1 nipple if it just gets like chopped off.
No,
so that's not special.
I'd get it pierced. I'd have something dangling from it. That would make it special.
You have a chain. It's like the little cross earrings. You'd have that in your single nipple.
I have a chain that connects to my wallet. It's great.
Let's do 3 more, I think. I don't know how many we've done already. So we're going 3 more. Would you rather have it always be day or have it always be night?
Be day.
I like the sun.
Much more of a day guy,
yeah. I'm technically like I'm awake a lot more at night than I am during the day. Like I'm more of a night person, but I think I'd rather it be day.
I feel like that's less my choice.
Like always living in the dark suck.
Yeah.
Right? Can't do anything.
Yeah.
But during the day you can do a lot. Yeah. Those are stupid. Oh. Would you rather kill 100 people or be hunted by 100 people?
Whoa, I'd rather kill 100 people. Why would I want to die? Who wants to be hunted by 100 people? I'd rather kill 100 people.
Okay, if you're hunted, you can kill the people hunting you, but you cannot kill any innocent people. If you want to kill the 100 people, there's a chance one of them could kill you first. That's the rules.
But they're already trying to kill me because they're hunting me.
They are trying to kill you. The other people aren't trying to kill you, which is, I guess.
So I'm just killing them.
You're committing to killing 100 people regardless, essentially. So I might as well just kill the 100 people. Kind of how that sounds.
Right. As opposed to potentially, like, there's no saying that one of them's going to run away.
Yeah.
I would hope that
the 100 that I'm killing aren't killing me.
Exactly.
Would you rather face Godzilla or King Kong? Godzilla scares the shit out of me. I'm not going.
Really? I think I'd rather face Godzilla.
That's a big dragon fire breather thing. He breathes fire.
You're not afraid of a big ape?
Oh, I'm afraid of regular apes if I had to face one-on-one, but like
I think I'd go after Godzilla.
Like there's no other being on this planet that breathes fire and is just fucking claws and shit. Like
I feel like King Kong is more agile.
Beat the shit out of me, but that's a painful
He's more agile. He just is more aggressive. I don't know. I feel like I'd take.
I don't know. I think I'm going God. I'd rather face God, or I'd rather not face Godzilla. I don't remember.
I'm facing Godzilla.
I'm facing King Kong. I think
more people have taken out Godzilla than they've taken out King Kong.
Godzilla versus King Kong is a movie, is it not?
I think so. I don't know who wins.
I have never seen that movie though.
We need to watch it and we'll come back next week.
All right. We'll come back and do the question again. Okay, those are dumb. See, there's a bunch of really stupid ones on here. All right. We'll do this as our second last one because this one kind of sucks. Would you rather have an incredibly nice car or own a personal helicopter?
I'm more of a car person.
Yeah. I don't like the helicopter doesn't.
No, I feel like the helicopter thing kind of got ruined for me. Not a big helicopter fan. It'd be cool to see once in a while, but I would do that as like a once in a while thing.
You can get places pretty quick in a helicopter. if you make it there.
Yeah, but then I just have a fast car. But I can enjoy the ride in luxury.
Would you be playing that song every time you drive places? Little Tracy Chapman, just.
That's the only thing that actually works on the radio. That should be part of the question. You have a really nice car, but it only plays Tracy Chapman's fast car.
But that's a benefit. That's like more of a benefit to having the car, right?
I mean, it's one song though. It's the only song that you're gonna listen to. Yeah,
that's pretty sick. I'm here for it. All right, last one. I think it's kind of relevant to today because one of these people have been super popular on TikTok lately. Would you rather every movie you watch replaces the lead role with Nicolas Cage, or every song you hear is performed by Nickelback?
I think every movie I watch, the lead is. Yeah, I think that Nicolas Cage is not as bad as people make him out to be, and it would almost be comical.
I can't look at Nicolas Cage's face. It's just something about
you could listen to
like such an Nickelback. I could listen to Nickelback all day long. This isn't changing anything in my life. I already only listen to Nickelback. That's just who I am as a person.
Nickelback's #1 fan.
The people that hate on Nickelback are just straight up wrong. Straight up wrong.
Terrible.
You're saying Nickelback's terrible. You're straight up wrong.
No.
I can play you 14 straight Nickelback songs. You'll be like, oh, yeah, okay, I like this
song. Oh, I know all the songs. I'm not denying that.
Right.
I'm just saying that they're terrible. That's how you know it.
No.
You know, I know The Room as a movie.
Absolutely not.
I know The Room as a movie, not because it's a good movie, because it's a terrible movie.
No, you're going to sing along to all the Nickelback songs because the only reason people hate Nickelback is because everybody else hates Nickelback.
No.
Yeah.
It would be so funny watching Nicolas Cage.
I don't want to watch Nicolas Cage.
All these different roles.
No.
It'd be so funny.
I don't want to. I just don't want to watch Nicolas Cage. Captain America.
Picture like Sons of Anarchy, you know?
My God. No, I'm out.
Picture
I don't
Marvel.
want anything to do with Nicolas Cage.
Does that mean all the Marvel characters are Nicolas Cage? They're all Ghost Rider.
Get in, it's like the bottom of the night. See, like,
that's how all the songs are gonna sound like. I hope you're happy.
Life hasn't turned out. It's not me singing Nickelback because that's gonna sound bad every time. But I would absolutely.
Nickelback sounds bad every time. Nickelback.
You're just wrong. You know what? 70% of people said Nicolas Cage. So the only 30% said Nickelback. Hey, 30% of the world is right. There's 357,419 people that got that question right. 825,491 that got that wrong.
They got that absolutely right. You're wrong.
They got that so wrong. So
not
wrong.
So many people hate Nickelback.
It's so wrong. Just put some respect on Nickelback's name is all I'm saying.
Would never, could never.
I got one final question for you. You may know it. You may have heard it before, but it's a valid question because we haven't done an episode in, what did I say, 137 days or something like that? So it's a valid question.
You were way more than that. I thought it was 170 something.
Was it 170 something? Wow, it's been so
long. I thought you were up there. But also it could be relevant to today. I don't know.
Look it up again because it matters. 179 days since our last.
That's what I thought.
Since I last asked you this question. I don't even know if I did last podcast. Would you rather?
I think you did. Oh, I was gonna see.
Would you rather be a Boston Red Sox or a New York Yankee?
Even after 179 days.
After 179 days, how's your answer?
You think that one's answer would change?
In theory, you might have had a change of heart. You're in a new province.
With one being, in the lead of a division and the one being at the bottom.
One is dead last in the AL East and the other team is in first. This is a completely different scenario than the last time we recorded.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. What a fall off.
Unbelievable.
Given the circumstances, I think I would still always rather be a Boston Red Sox.
Yeah. See, all things considered, the fact
I would
that they
take
have
the sock that is red.
Always. The fact that the Yankees have arguably the AL MVP this year.
Oh, they do. He is.
He should be.
No Ohtani argument.
I agree. The fact that they're first in the AL East, they've got the most World Series trophies of all time. They play at one of the most prolific. Actually, it's not anymore. They changed the stadium. And just they're such a historic franchise that I think I'd rather be a Boston Red Sox because I still hate the Yankees. Doesn't matter.
And just go look at Fenway.
Yeah, it's more fun.
Way nicer looking.
It's more fun. Hey, thanks for listening. If you guys made it through this one,
this has been fun.
Don't forget to download Betstamp.
This is like riding a bike,
Yeah, we're right back at it. Hopefully we can continue doing this. Hopefully the mountains allow us to continue. Don't forget to download BetStamp. Use the promo code ASports. That's EH Sports when you in your referral code section. And what else? Oh, you can find all of our stuff linked in the description below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, talk to us. We'd love it. We missed you guys. We'll be back.
It's been so long.
Yeah. We'll catch you hopefully next week.
Too long.
Cheers.